A few weeks back, probably hadn't even been weeks, I posted something pretty heavy on Facebook. And as you know, our show is very light on here. However, we think there's a time and place for everything. Fun and sometimes a little bit more serious. So, I want to read this to you. And it's a little bit lengthy, but I think it's worth the reading. And hopefully it helps you if, maybe you needed to hear something like this. It actually popped up in my year in review on Facebook. So, pretty appropriate if you ask me. And it reads, I'm hearing that another young person in our community is no longer with us after taking their own life. I speak on behalf of those who struggle at times to maintain the want and drive to keep going. Life gets hard. We all know it, however, some are able to balance it better than others. Oftentimes, I'm not that person that balances it well. However, I strive to keep pushing even during the lowest, loneliest, and most difficult moments. I hope by now those who know me and those who don't know me, well, can see my flaws and know that no one has it all together, no matter how much it may appear that they do. I'm speaking out on this issue because I can relate. I understand not knowing what to do or allowing life to pile up on you. This life, matters greatly to me. I believe we only get one on this earth, and I want to live it out as selflessly as possible, even though I know I will fail at times. In honor of those who are no longer with us, I will strive to pay more attention to those around me, making sure they know they are loved and encouraged to push forward, and that someone does have their back in times of hardship and heartache. I'm here and available no matter who you are, and I do genuinely care. I don't have all the answers, but I do know I can try to be of help in a time of need. A smile, a compliment, a word of encouragement, a meal, a kind gesture, all little things that can completely change the course of someone's life. The holidays are here, and that means an even more challenging time coping with issues we can often overlook. Please, please don't get lost in yourself or the fake holiday gimmicks sold to our society. Focus on those around us and use this time to be closer to those we tend to leave out or put off. I have many friends who think it's a cop-out to take your life. However, regardless of your view on the matter, it still hurts after they are gone, and should matter that a person felt that that was the only option left. It's fine if you disagree. I'm not wanting likes or comments, but I wanted to share what was on my heart and mind tonight. You never know when someone around you may have been trying to fight off the sensation to end their life. Sometimes in one moment, everything can change. Be a part of the positive. Maybe you might be the very person that reaches out and gives them that one reason to keep pushing. I pray for all those having heavy hearts who are contemplating such a difficult decision. I pray that those thoughts will no longer fill their mind and a positive would enter their life to continue going on living, whether it be a person or something else. God, please be with them. It led me to contact NAMI, the National Alliance for Mental Illness locally, along with Spicy, a group dedicated to youth, suicide prevention, and intervention. Two groups who truly contribute so much, and, we may not think about them on a daily basis. I sat down with Spicy, and I'm going to be working with them a lot more. Lana and I on the show, LA on Air, and hopefully you want to join in as well. Here it is. We just did a quick sit down with them, and I will be bringing you more in the near future, right here on LA on Air. Bray J here with you, LA on Air, talking to two very important people here in our community. If you would please introduce yourself.
Charmaine Anderson.
Amy Johnson.
And they're here. They're going to talk to us about something that I think we all need to hear about. We've talked to you about this a little bit already, but we wanted to give you more in-depth information and information as to how we can get you any help you may need, or if you want to direct someone else toward this or want to find out more just to be more knowledgeable. They're here to do it. We're going to talk first about Spicy, which is a group here in town, and I'm going to let Ms. Charmaine elaborate on that for us.
Well, thank you. Yes, Spicy is a suicide prevention and intervention coalition for youth. It's something that was formed because there's a huge need to bring about both prevention and awareness of suicide in the Southwest Louisiana community. And I mean Southwest Louisiana, I don't just mean Calcasieu Parish. We have young people and older people and middle-aged people of all walks of life that are dying by suicide, around us. And each one of us have been touched by that. And so Spicy is kind of that mechanism in order to bring about that awareness. But it says for youth, but it's not just for youth. It's anyone who has a vested interest in wanting to prevent and wanting to bring awareness about suicide. some of the things that we do for this is that we have some trainings that we can do with the general public. You know, you don't have to have a degree to do a suicide intervention, and the programs that we use in order to do this are made for, you know, general public can be trained to do this. We have 3 different ones that we do. Suicide Talk, which basically is to teach people how to go out and make other people aware about the issue in our community. And then we have Safe Talk, which is actually looking for the signs and the warning signs that somebody may be at risk around you. And then, of course, we have the Assist, which is the Applied Suicide Skills Training, which actually teaches you how to do a suicide intervention. And that's kind of for older people, but high school students can be trained in it as well. And then we also have something for younger, kind of peer-to-peer led group, is that our Yellow Ribbon Clubs, which the good thing about Yellow Ribbon Clubs is that it doesn't have to be in a school setting. It can be in a church setting, anywhere where youth come together. And we, a youth off the street can say, look, I want to start a Yellow Ribbon Club. But the good thing about that is Yellow Ribbon Clubs is that it's peer-to-peer led, and those peers are trained in how to do an intervention and how to do safe talk, you know, how to look for those warning signs. And what signifies the yellow ribbon is that there's a card and it has a yellow ribbon on it, and it's basically a no questions asked. It doesn't matter if it's an adult or if it's a youth that gives you the card. You know, this is what I'm asking for help. This is what I need, and you know, this basically I'm giving it to you because I know you can help me find the help that I need.
And of course, we're going to give you more information on how you can contact them if you personally are liking to find out more, or if you want to direct someone that way. Another group that we wanted to make mention of is Halo. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and if you can elaborate on that for us.
Halos is healing after a loved one's suicide. You know, I needed a place to turn when my son committed suicide 3 years ago. Being a suicide survivor, I went to the internet, I looked. I did find some information, but I didn't find really what I was looking for. I needed someone else who was going through what I was feeling, someone who had been there.
And of course, these are 2 of the groups that we really wanted to make mention of. What they've been doing in the community is amazing and much needed. And we're going to continue to talk about this in the future. But we wanted to introduce them this way. You're going to see LA On Air teaming up with them more as frequently as possible, because this is something affecting, you know, I'm sure many of you out there. So I know it affects us here close at home, and we appreciate them for taking the time to talk to us. And again, we're going to bring you more in the future. Thank you both.